Hello, hello, and welcome to a lightning lesson from me, Chrisia, at Lightning English. I can see right now that my camera is very blurred, and I'm going to see if I can change that. Meanwhile, go ahead and write in the comments if you're here watching live. I'd love to see if you're out there. Let's see if I can fix this focus. I will have to get up and find it. Yes, it's having some challenges getting focused. But you know what? I am just gonna let it go and just be a little bit out of focus today because I'm not gonna waste your time. And yeah, let's get started. Hi, Osu. Good to see you here. Osu's here joining us, and good to see you. So today I'm going to talk about how you can get 120 hours of English. And if you're if you're paying attention, you'll know that obviously we're not talking about 120 hours all at once. That would be a bit crazy. I don't think any of us have time for that. You're busy people and you're all trying to improve your English over time. Improving your English is not a quick fix thing. If anyone promises you that it can happen in 5 days or 3 days or 2 weeks or a month, it's not sustainable. Maybe you can learn a whole bunch of vocabulary, you can learn a whole bunch of grammar rules, but it does not fix your English problems. It really takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of practice. And so I was looking online at how long it takes to get from one level to the next. I get this question a lot, and I wanted to be able to answer it. And of course, the answer depends on what level you start at. If you're starting at a lower level of English, it doesn't take quite as long to get to the next quote unquote level as it does if you're going from a higher level. But the average, they said, this is on the Oxford website for going from the CEFR levels is to get from, for example, from A2 to B1, which would be from kind of a pre-intermediate to intermediate level, would take about 100 and what did it say? 180 hours, 160 to 180 hours of combined lesson and guided practice. And I think that's the key here. I'm going to see if I can fix this camera. Is it bothering anyone that the camera is blurred? Because it's bothering me, and I don't know if I can fix it. I would have to stop the camera and start it again. And I think that's probably a bad idea in the middle of a live. Yeah, so I will just go on being blurred, or if I come really close, oh, look, now I'm clear. This is silly. Okay, there's always going to be some technical problems, I guess. So my point is that no one has time for 120 hours of English at once. If you're an adult learner and you're trying to improve your English, the idea of having 120 hours to just focus on your English is is really a luxury. So what I'm going to share with you today is how you can get that 120 hours. And if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that I suggest that you do 20 minutes a day. And if you do 20 minutes a day of English practice, really focused English practice, using my four practice activities, that means that in 1 year from now, February 16th, 2022, you'll have done 120 hours of guided English practice. Can you just imagine for a second what that would be like? What is your English going to be like after 120 hours of practice? Think of the things that you have challenges with now and imagine how much better you can be with 120 hours of practice. And like I said, it's a bit overwhelming to think about it as 120 hours. I mean, that's a lot. But when you think of it as 20 minutes a day, and then when you break that down even further into 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, it really makes you understand that, hey, you know what? This is definitely doable. So if you don't have time for 120 hours of English, you can make time in your day for 5 minutes of English. 5 minutes of English practice, 4 times a day will get you to 120 hours in 1 year. And if you have a few days where you can do more than 5 minutes, oh my gosh, imagine that. You can get the full 180 or whatever. You decide. In fact, if you can do 15 minutes instead of 5 minutes of each practice activity, if you can do, what was it? No, if you can do 30 minutes a day of practice instead of 20 minutes, that gets you to 180 hours in a year. That's it. That's what I was trying to remember. So I'm not just going to leave you out in the cold trying to figure out what to do for that practice. I have a free practice guide on the Lightning English page and on my website, like lightningenglish.com. And if you go to signup.lightningenglish.com/free guide, you can get that guide. I actually have a link to it, which I will post in the comments after this live because I can't post everywhere at the same time. So I'm going to post that link in the comments for you, but you can get the free guide and you can find out exactly how to spend that 5 minutes a day to improve your English. So I want you guys who are here live to write in the comments if you're already doing something for 5 minutes or 20 minutes a day to improve your English, and let me know what it is. In the meantime, I have a few notes for some inspiration for you because for many people, even the idea of setting aside 20 minutes a day for English is a bit much. So I have some suggestions for how you can incorporate a few things into your day, things that you're already doing, and turn them into English practice. So go ahead and write in the notes if you're already doing something to improve your English every day, and see if you can get some inspiration from these things that I'm sharing. So I will just switch over here. So here she is having a cup of hot cocoa. If you take time in your day or in your week to relax with a warm drink, it may be a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, a cup of hot chocolate in the evening. And it doesn't have to be a hot drink. You can have any kind of drink you want, but you can relax and read a book in English. Read a book out loud in English and make that your English practice. Find a book that you enjoy so that this practice isn't work. So it's something fun that you like doing. Another thing that you can do is, I don't have my presenter view. Okay, I go over here. What else you can do is while you're having that same hot drink, go ahead and write in your journal. Writing a journal is a wonderful way to practice your English. I've given you some journal prompts. If you go to my website, lightningenglish.com, and go to Lightning Lessons, you can find a link to the journal prompts that I gave you the week before last. With Lightning Lesson number 6. And you have free journal prompts. You can start writing your journal today. I give you ideas. You don't have to use my prompts. You can write about whatever you want. Start writing in English, and it will improve your English. You'll get to your 120 hours. The shower. A lot of people have heard of singing in the shower. One thing that you can do in the shower that will improve your English is talking to yourself. Use your shower time when you're in the shower every day. Take that 5 minutes and talk to yourself in English. Ta-da! You've just made 5 free minutes of your day, which helps you to get to your 120 hours. So use the shower as a place where you can practice your English. And before you know it, it'll just be part of your rhythm and routine that you get in the shower and you talk to yourself in English. It's a great way to plan your day. To go over, like if you have a meeting or something, what you're going to talk about. It's a really good way to practice your English, and no one else is around to hear you. When you're in your car, don't just use your phone for navigation. Of course, make sure it's hands-free, please, but turn on your podcast and listen and copy while you're driving. It can become very quickly a part of your habit that you just jump in the car and start speaking English. You can either use that time for listening and copying, or you can use that time for talking to yourself in English. So that is another way that you can use time that you're already using for something else to practice your English. If you have a pet, a dog or something, then they are really, really good for helping you with your English because they don't judge you. They don't correct your mistakes. They enjoy your company. And like this one here, they like listening. You can talk to your pet in English And if you do that, if you talk to your pet for 5 minutes a day, there's your speaking practice done. So use your pet to really help you to practice English. Of course, this is for dog owners. If you have a cat, it may mean that you get a little bit of judgmental looks, but ignore that. They still love you. Now, go ahead and practice your English with your cat, your dog, or whatever pet you have, and you will definitely improve over time. When you're cooking, this is a really good time to speak English, to practice speaking English to yourself. You can talk about your day, talk about, what you're doing tomorrow, talk about what you're making, how you're making it. If you've looked up your recipes in English, that will really help as well. But cooking or doing things around the house, including cleaning, you're vacuuming, you're, cleaning up in the house, talk to yourself in English. It's a really good way to sneak your English practice in to your normal day. I have used up enough of your time already, so I'm going to finish up here. But I'd like to thank you for being here live. I have some great suggestions here from the comments. Daughter said you had a book, but you think you're going to find another. It was horrifying. That's not good. Yeah, go to the library and find something that's a nice light reading in English. You can start with the young adult section, Harry Potter, The Hunger Games, Twilight series. Those are really easy if you're just getting started. But as you progress with your English, you can also look online for blogs of topics you're interested in and read them out loud, and all different things to practice your English. And Osa says it's too much water to sing English in the shower. Yeah, you don't want to drown in the shower, so make sure that you're not pointing the water into your mouth while you're speaking English. Daughter writes in her journal. You write in your diary. Try and make that a daily practice. If you do it at the same time every day, it's much easier to get in the habit of doing it. So writing some is good. Writing every day is better. Okay, so daughter, good luck with that. You also said that you're going to talk to your cat. That's great. Your cat will really appreciate it if you switch to English. You'll probably be more focused on your cat when you're talking if you're speaking English. It won't just be something on the side, and they really love when you talk to them. So someone here, I don't have the name, sorry, but it says, I can't help to think in my mother tongue first to speak out English. So I guess you're having the problem of you're thinking in your own language and you're speaking in English, and that's going to be a problem for a while. If you download my practice guide and follow the 4 practice activities, what's going to happen is over time, it doesn't happen right away, but over time and continued practice, I know also here in the group has been doing this, you start realizing that when you switch to English, if you've been doing it every day, writing in your journal, talking to yourself, reading your book out loud, listening to the podcast and copying, if you've been doing this every day, then what happens is your brain starts to switch into English without you even realizing it. And at first, it's just a little bit off and on. And as you keep doing it, definitely before that year, I mean, within weeks or months, your brain starts to switch very easily into English when you're using English. The problem comes when you're focused on trying to understand, because then you find the need to translate to your mother tongue. So go ahead and give yourself time to practice, and you can look at last week's video. And it was about practice versus performance. And so use that as a guide to help you to understand when you're actually practicing and how you can get that idea of thinking in English into your head, get your brain trained to do that. So, daughter, thank you so much. You said you like following my videos. That's great. I'm glad you like them. I like doing them. It's fun doing this every week. And if you have any suggestions for anything you want to hear from me, please, please, please tell me. I'd love to hear from you. You can either write here in the comments or you can email me at Chrisia@lightningenglish.com. So if you feel like this is enough, you're ready to go, just get out there and start practicing. For some of you, though, if you're like me, you need a little bit of a push. So in a couple of weeks, I'll be announcing my English Bootcamp course where I can help you through these practice activities. I can push you, I can get behind you, I can help you for 5 weeks to really incorporate these practice activities into your day. But I'll be telling you more about that soon. Stay tuned. Follow me here in Facebook or YouTube, wherever you are, and join my mailing list. Download your free guide and join my mailing list, and I'll let you know what's happening. So it's been great being here with you today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye.